where you might notice a problem if you went too low. So you could say nature stuff towards the left side, man-made stuff with straight lines especially, or near horizontal straight lines, like just the littlest bit off, that's the worst kind of thing, then you really want to push towards the higher. Or you could also think of how high quality is the printing. As you go to nicer quality paper and nicer quality printing, you want to head towards the higher side. Okay?
Okay, we have actually a couple more questions.
Yeah.
A couple people are wanting to know, if you export to a specific folder, save to a preset, can you make it so that it will choose a different folder each time? Example?
Yeah.
Okay.
When you make your preset, I'll go to File and choose Export. In the part called Export Location, in here, one of the choices that I've been using is specific folder, but if I click here, it says choose folder later, and I think that might mean it's going to ask you at the time you export. I believe that's what that one does. I don't personally use it much because I mainly go to my desktop or to specific folders, but I believe that one would get you where you're looking for. So when you choose export, it would pop up and ask where do you want it, and then you can change it each time. Then there is also the choice of the same folder as the original picture.
Okay, clarification question about the watermarks.
Yeah.
Okay, this is from Deja Vu again.
Not how to remove them.
It is, but the question just wasn't clear for me. So
okay.
The question is, I have 40 watermarks, just kept creating them, so I have a long list to scroll through of ones no longer in use. Just wanted to delete them from my list that I'm not using.
You want to get rid of some presets.
Thank you.
Regardless if they have watermarks or not.
That is the question.
So if you want to do that, it'll take me a moment to figure out how. If I click on the name of a preset, I'm in the export dialog box. I just went to File, Export. Click on the name of a preset. Down here is a button called Remove. So let's say you want this exact preset, but you don't want it to include the watermark. So you click on the preset, you go to the area called watermarking, and whoops, let me find one that's size for web that has a watermark. Okay, so you click on the preset that has the watermark that you no longer want to use. If you want to get rid of the preset altogether, just hit Remove. If you don't want to get rid of the preset altogether, turn off the watermark. The problem is that didn't update this preset. It's still sitting there. Hit Add to add it as a new preset, like sized for Web 2. Hit Create, then click on the old one and remove it. Okay? Because there might be a feature in here that updates the preset, but I don't see it in here. So all I know is I can add and remove. So I might add a new one and then remove that. Also, there is a way to do it. If I click on one of these that has a watermark, I turn off the watermark checkbox and then do a right mouse button on the name. There's a choice called Update with Current Settings. That's how you do it. Just not something I need to do very often, so I'd have to look for it there.
There were a couple people that had asked, including Daniela LA, how do you add purchased develop presets? How do you save them? How do you add them to your library?
Oh, you mean presets for the
that you purchased?
That you purchased. Let's see here. I only need to do that on occasion. To view presets. I'll have to look it up because at the top of my head, I don't know. I rarely load them. I mainly
create them.
I create them. It's going to be from one of the menus up here. There'll be a choice of loading and saving presets. It's just a matter of probably take me up to 60 seconds to find it, and I'd rather not waste those 60 seconds. So I will tell you tomorrow.
No problem.
If it comes to, there is a type of preset that is metadata presets. I know you get those, like keyword lists. You get those from the metadata menu. There'll be a choice of loading them, but I will find out about loading preset develop points. Most of the time with a lot of that stuff, at least with Photoshop, if you just double click on the file, it might load it. If you double click on the file and Lightroom comes to the front, then check the panel where it's supposed to show up and see if it loaded that way.
Great.
Anything else?
No, I think that just used up our last 30 seconds for the day.
Okay. Remember with this course, We